Hello guys, hi, my name is Natasha and I am going to tell you today about my process of becoming an au pair, how I ended up matching with my family within 5 days, how I got my visa, what else, how I got my visa, my traveling, all my visa questions, and what else, coming to Germany, my experiences, the advantages of being an au pair and the disadvantages of an au pair. So we're going to talk about it all in this video, so please tune in and subscribe to this. A lot is coming, right? Okay, so let's start by me telling you who I am. My name is Natasha Chipinda and I am 25 years old now. I came to Germany when I was 24. So I started doing my German lessons, I think around COVID time. That was 2021 or 2020, I don't remember. But I didn't sit in for my exams. I actually did up to A2, but I did not sit for my exams. Why? Okay, so I got my passport, but the problem was in Zimbabwe we have a very long waiting period, and it's up to 2 years, I think. And I saw it not relevant enough for me to waste my 200 or 280 euro, US dollars, I mean, to pay for my exam, sit for my exam, and then end up forgetting about what German language is and everything that has to do with the language. So I chose not to do it and left, went to South Africa, started doing something there. And then one morning when I was about to go to work, I woke up to an email from the embassy. Mind you, I had already applied for my visa date. So I got an email from the embassy asking me if I still want to go ahead with the process of being an au pair. And I was like, yay! I actually cried. I was so confused. I didn't know what to do because the time that they had given me was only 3 months, I think. I had to look for a family. I had to write my exam. I had to prepare to leave. I had also to look for the money for the ticket. And in that short time, or that small time, I had to do all of that, you understand? So when I got my visa, I started, no, not my visa, actually my message. I started preparing to write my exam. I wrote my exam in Cape Town. That was 3,600 rands that I paid for the exam. I ended up writing A2 even though I had done up to A1, even though I had done up to A2. And it wasn't that easy, guys. It was not easy. I was overwhelmed. I did not know what to do. But you know, your girl has got it all. You know, she's going to ace it. So I was like, okay, wait, I'm going to do it, right? And I did. So I ended up going for my exam. I prepared for my exam within a short space of 1 month, and then went. I didn't get a lecture. I just did. I didn't go for classes actually. I just called my old tutor to help me revise because she was already here in German. Shout out to Nicoashe. Girl, you did it all. Okay, so she helped me write my exam. She helped me revise for my exam, and then I went in, set for my exam, and then in December I got my before December or in November last year, that's when I got my, that's when I sat for my exam, and then my results came in end of December, if I'm not mistaken. Guys, please don't come after me if I'm mixing all these dates. It's been a long process, right? You know. So I ended up getting my results in December, and right, your girl has to look for a family because she's having an interview at the embassy in Zimbabwe. Mind you, I'm still in Cape Town. Yeah, close to the sea. Yeah, I have to go back to Zimbabwe to go to the embassy and do my my interview, do everything that I need to prepare for my visa. So I don't know what happened. I got this I had this, I don't remember where I saw the name. Shout out to Level Up. Girl, you did it for me. Level Up, I texted Level Up and then asked them if they could help me, because I actually explained my situation to them that, oh, you know, before I even went to write for my exams, they were there for me. They tried by all means. Natasha, you're going to do it, you're going to ace your exams, you're going to do it, girl. And I was like, okay, I might as well do it. And then yeah, your girl passed. And then I wrote my exam. I sent her a message, you know what, I wrote my exam and I think now it's the time that we need to start thinking of getting me a family. And then she was like, yeah, we know January you have an interview. That was in December. January you have an interview and we really know that you're going to do it. So I paid my agency fee. I think they had a promotion in November. I paid around Black Friday Black Friday time. I paid 7,500 rands, if I'm not mistaken. I don't remember, but I did pay that, and nearly 7,000 or 8,000 rands. And then they were like ready to start processing my application and everything else that I needed for me to be an au pair. You understand? Creating my profile, everything that has to do with you looking for a host family. So I started looking for a family. Actually, before that, I did create my profile, uploaded my pictures with kids, my uncle's kids, wrote a nice and beautiful host parents letter. If you want me to write or read my host parents letter for you guys, just write down in the comment section, and then I'll do another video with that. It was so sweet. I did write my host parents letter, and then that was it. So just after me receiving my results, I sent my results back to them, and then they uploaded it on the site Multicultura. That's the site that I used. I think it works the same way as Aupair.com. I don't know. I don't want to say things that won't be. So, but yeah, that's what I think. For me, that's what I think. And then we did what is it called? We did look for a family. I got my family. My first family texted me or emailed me. Actually emailed me 3 days after I had uploaded my profile. They were so interested in me. She was so sweet. She was that kind of person who was ready to make me feel like I'm home. She would send me pictures of her and the kids doing things like involving me, because we were preparing for Christmas. So she took pictures, sent me all kinds of pictures, telling me that they are preparing for Christmas and everything. And I felt like, oh, I am with them. But the problem was I only spoke with the parents. I didn't speak with the kids. So the time when I was supposed to speak with the kids, I think they had to go to a doctor or something like that. Then I ended up not speaking to them. But I only spoke with the mom and the dad. The place was really nice. It was like an old farmhouse or something like that, like those vintage type of houses, which was so cute and nice, because when we were sitting at the back, there were like a stack of books and everything, and I was like, girl, I don't like reading, but I think your girl is going to read in German. And then the next following day, I received another email from another family, the one that I chose. She did send me an email saying she wants to talk to me, have an interview and everything. And I was like, okay, no problem. We did connect with this family on the first call. When I say we connected, we did connect. So when we did our first call, the first thing that I did talk to were the kids. They're like, hi, in Germany. And my German was not that good for someone who had gone like 3 to 4 years, nearly 3 to 4 years without doing it or talking. It was really difficult, you understand? So I was like, hi, wie geht es dir? Alles gut? Like trying by all means to talk to them. And they were like, hi, Natasha. And they were speaking in German, though I couldn't really understand what they were saying. But I was like, yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I did talk to them. They were like so sweet, and I was like, oh, this is so sweet. It was a girl and a boy. The boy was the younger one, the girl was the oldest. I talked to the parents. I think the kids went up with the dad, and then they went to sleep. The dad came back. Sorry guys if my English is like, because I am now trying by all means to make sure that I stop myself speaking from Deutsch to using English. When you're speaking it almost every day, it gets your head twisted. So if my grammar is broken, please don't come after me. Your girl is trying by all means. Speaking two languages at the same time is not easy, right? Okay, so I did start talking with the host family. We talked about everything. I asked them. So here's the thing: people who always ask me, or who always I always get messages from people from my agency asking me, how do we talk to the host family? Have an outline, write in a book. What are things that you expect from the family? What does the family expect you to do? What are the pros and cons of being in the family? You understand? You have to ask them, what are my restrictions? Do I have curfew? What do you expect me to do with the kids? You have to ask everything that you need to know. Do the kids have allergies? That's what you need to ask in your interview. Do the kids have allergies? What do you expect me to do? If I cook my own food, will the kids be allowed to eat? That's something that you need to also ask. You need to ask almost everything that you have fear with. So if the kids fight, what do you expect me to do? They'll also ask you, if the kids fight, what do you do? You understand? you have to say all that. But it's easy if you like connect at the first time, and then after talking to them, that's when you know that this is the right family for me, or no, this is not the right family for me. You understand me? So it's quite easy if you do all that in the first interview, other than you getting to know about it later. For me, I asked my host family, what do you expect me to do when I'm there? What are my chores? How many hours am I supposed to work with the kids? What do your kids like to do? You need to ask them your daily routines. You need to know, because for you, if you're told you work the whole day and you're not okay with it, and the small money that you're going to get doesn't make sense, you need to ask, come knowing fully well what you're getting yourself into. What do they eat? Like, do they have special diet? Okay. And they are going to also ask you about a lot of things, like, are you allergic to things? You also need to ask about the kids if they're allergic to food or something, because some kids, like, these white kids, sometimes they are allergic to nuts or something like that. But lucky enough, my host kids were not allergic to anything. It was actually nice. What else? So immediately after talking to my host parents, they gave me their old Aupair number. We did have a conversation that same night, I think, if I'm not mistaken, or it was the following night. Then after some time, I got an email from them, actually a message on WhatsApp, saying, we would like you to be our au pair. And I was like, girl, you do not even know. I am stressed. I have an interview. This is December, mind you. I have an interview in January on the 7th. I have to travel back home. And it was really nice, and I was like, yeah, I do. I want to be your host, your au pair as well, because I like the family. I actually liked the family from the get-go. They were really cute. They were really nice. They were in a modern house. Like, it was giving, girl, it was giving that high elevation, but it was really nice. And I was like, okay, should I choose doing the countryside, or I should choose coming to the more modern and more, they were younger. It was a young couple compared to the first family, and I was like, okay, no problem. I'll go to the young family, something like that, with the young people. And then that was it. I got my contract. So I matched with my host family in the short period of a week or 5 days, I think. Yeah, that was it. Sorry guys, I'm trying to read from my book what I should be saying. So I actually here I am. I got my certificate. I got my contract. Now I have to go back home to Zimbabwe to do my interview so that I can come here. So I immediately left for Zimbabwe on the 2nd of January, I think, because I had my interview on the 7th. And then that was it. I got, okay, the requirements. I think everyone knows the requirements of being an au pair. For you to get a visa, I had my police clearance, though they didn't take it. They didn't even ask about it. I had my certificates already. I had my motivational letter. I think I have my motivational letter somewhere. So if you want me to write to do a video about my motivational letter and my host family letter, please write down in the comment section. Your girl is going to do it for you. I did have my motivational letter. What else did I have? I had my I did carry my tests, like my test results, which I had uploaded on the site for au pair, because you also need to do your medical check and everything if you're healthy, because you're going to be working with kids. So you need to do like TB test, you have to do HIV and AIDS. I don't know if I'm not forgetting, like there were 3 things that you're supposed to test for, and then you upload a certificate from the doctor saying that yes, Natasha is HIV negative, or she doesn't have TB, or everything else that is there on the paper. The doctor is the one who literally signs. So I did take that also to the embassy, but they didn't ask about it. They just gave me back. I was prepared because she had waited for 2 years to get that visa date, so I didn't want to leave any document at home. You understand me? I did not want to leave any type of document at home. I wanted everything there. If they are going to give me back my papers, I was like, okay, no problem. I don't have a problem with that. But what I wanted to do was to have all the documents there, like there. Okay, so they gave me back some of the documents. They did photocopy my certificates, my original certificates. And then they gave me, I had my ID, I had my valid passport. Also, you have to have your passport. And then that was it. So the questions that they asked me, like they did ask me about myself. Why do I want to go to Germany? But that was in English. And I did explain to them, I really want to go and do cultural exchange. I want to know everything that is there about Germany. I need to, I want to to experience the German culture and get to know about Germany. And then they asked me, so if you had to go to Germany today, would you come back to Zimbabwe? And then I'm like, yeah, I would come back to Zimbabwe. You have to say that you're coming back home. If you say you're not coming back home, hey, you'll be denied. Like, they will deny it to you. They will deny it. I was like, yeah, I want to go to Germany, learn the language, come back home, maybe try teaching the language as well, or whatever I'm going to learn in Germany, I'll bring it back home and then try doing it here. And they're like, okay, since you want to do the social exchange or the cultural exchange, that's really nice. Where did you hear about Aupairing? I was like, oh, I heard it from my auntie. My auntie is a friend that was there in Germany. She was also an au pair, but she's back. They asked me, did she come back? She's not back. She's now a nurse in Germany. And I'm like, yeah, she did come. Of course. Doch, she did come back. She is back here. What is she doing? She's teaching. And I'm like, okay, girl, why are you lying? Why are you even lying? Why are you even lying? Because I didn't have a choice. I had to actually tell them that I'm coming back. I had to convince them. You understand? I had to convince them that no, I'm going to come back home. And then they were like, okay, no problem. And then they were like, we are going to have an interview with you in German just to know if you know your German. I was like, okay, no problem. And she came, hi, wie geht's? How are you? And I'm like, yeah, mir geht es gut. I'm okay. And then they asked me, haben Sie Geschwister? And then I was like, yeah, ich habe eine Schwester. Wie alt sind Sie? Do you have siblings? And I'm like, yeah, I have siblings. And how old is she? And then I was like, sie ist 21 Jahre alt. Was macht sie? What does she do? And then I'm like, she's a Naga Technica. She's a nail technician. That's like, okay, no problem. And then that was it. I think, if I'm not mistaken, that was all the questions that they asked me. They didn't ask me a lot of questions. And then I had to wait for 10 days, I think. That's when I got a message that I need to, an email that I actually, this is different from everyone. I do not know how and why, but I got an email that had told that was saying that I did get the visa. Some people don't get that email. Like, hi, Mrs. Chipinda, we are delighted to inform you that you got your visa. Could you come and collect your passport? It's ready for collection. And I'm like, okay, your girl has got it. Like, what else should I do? And I was actually, now it's ringing and clicking in my head that, am I really going to German? Like, one day I'll wake up and I'll say I am in German. It was actually funny, but God, we give all the glory to God. We actually give all the glory to God. He did see me through. I waited for long, but I actually got my visa. So upon getting my visa, I was still in contact with my host family and my Aupair agency, and I did tell them that I got my visa, and then my host parents were like, so when are you coming? So my contract was starting in February. I had chosen a family that was starting in February. My contract was starting in February, and my visa also was starting on the 1st of February. So I had to go back to South Africa, sort out myself, look for money for me to travel, like the traveling expenses, the ticket, the flight ticket and everything. But lucky enough, my host parents were understanding, and I was like, I'm going to delay with 5 days. I'm going to come on the 5th because I just need to get the cheapest flight. And then she was like, okay, no problem. I did get my ticket. Your girl used Qatar Airways, and I'm like, okay. I'm traveling in style. Actually, my auntie was like, you need to go with Qatar, at least experience it and enjoy it. So I did get my ticket, got my things prepared. Then 2 weeks down the line, I got on the plane to Germany. If I still have the videos, I'll literally make them pop somewhere if I do. But if I don't have any, please understand me. I think I have pictures. I'll try posting the pictures. I did have this breakdown moment with my sister, me leaving, and she was crying. She was creating this scene. She created this scene at the airport, crying that I'm leaving. But that was life. We have to look for greener pastures. Okay, I am in Germany. My host mom came to pick me up, and then we drove like 3 hours home because my host parents were living in a village. But mind you, people here in Germany, like the people who've got like money, or those who like settling and understand, Germany is all about being in the wild and having like Ruhe Zeit, having relaxing moments. So they end up going into the villages compared to being in towns, because in towns they are so busy. The towns are really busy, and you won't have to enjoy having your life, but you enjoy it if you live in a village whereby you've got a big yard. Your kids can run. You've got animals running at the backyard, deers, all kinds of nice and so amazing animals at the back of your yard. You understand? So my host parents took me to their house. So my chores were in around, let me try to put a day. I would wake up at 7 a.m, get the kids ready for school. After they are ready for school, like preparing their meals, their lunch packet, like their school packets, the lunch boxes, making them breakfast, making sure that they are ready for school, helping the parents. But mostly I wouldn't help them wear clothes that they're supposed to go to school with. Sometimes they'll do it with their parents, sometimes they'll do it with me. It was here and there, not every time. And then they would go to school. After going to school, I would have my time. I would just make sure the bedrooms for the kids and my bedroom is spot on, because your girl likes things when they are on point, like in their places. I would make sure the kids' places, the playroom, the play area is clean, their rooms are clean. If I need to take out the dishes from the dishwasher, pack them back, or if I need to switch on the dishwasher, I'll do all that. But I would make sure the house in the dining room is clean. That would take me less than 2 hours. And then I'll just relax. My host parents used to make lunch for us. I wouldn't cook. I would just come downstairs, eat, and then after that I'll pick the dishes, the dirty dishes, into the dishwasher, and that was it for me. I would wait until the kids come, but mostly the kids would come around 3 p.m. or 2:30 in the afternoon. I'll just play with them a little bit until 5:30. We prepare the dining table, and then the kids eat 6 o'clock. 6:30 they are already upstairs brushing their teeth with their parents. But if the parents have got like a date that was here and there, not always, that's when I would help the kids get ready for bed. But if the parents are there, or one of the parents are there, they would help the kids get into bed, which was really nice. Because if you understand some of the au pairs, when they start telling you about how they experience their au pair life, and they start telling you their chores, and you tell them the type of chores that you had, they'll be like, girl, you were blessed. And I'm like, okay, yeah, no problem, I am really blessed because I don't end up working myself out. Okay, my experiences in au pair, I had mixed emotions. Today I would wake up okay, and then the following day I'm like, this is not my thing. Due to the new environment, boredom, homesick, language barrier was one of the things, and the way they do their life was really difficult for me. Like, it was another way around, and I did end up quitting my au pair in 6 months down the line. 6 months into it, yeah, I did quit, and I was like, I want to do something else. Then I was like, yeah, that's it. But it wasn't because they were doing anything to me or something like that, but it was just me. I didn't feel it I didn't feel that being an au pair was easy for me. I've always felt like I had mixed emotions. I would start having this whole, what if I'm doing something wrong? Anxiety, depression. I actually got into depression, and my host parents were always, especially my host dad, was like, Natasha, you need to go out. You need to experience life out there, because if you stay in the house, you're going to get depressed. And which was really true, because I ended up feeling like something is really wrong with me. I would stay in my room. If the kids are there, that's when I calm down. If the kids are not there, I'm in my room every time, which was really not good. Now, where I am now, I feel like the more I am getting myself exposed out there, I'm understanding the way Germans live. I also understand the language a little bit better, and I'm getting better compared to the way I was when I came as an au pair. It was really difficult for me to understand the language on its own. But now your girl is trying by all means to make sure that she understands, she speaks. Even if I make mistakes, I'm ready to like open up and then they correct me, because sometimes I do think in English, and then I try to übersetzen, like I try to to translate it in English, right? And then the Deutsch is kaput, like it's really broken. But anyway, your girl did try by all means to make sure. So how do I think about au-pairing? Au-pairing is actually difficult. Au-pairing is not for everyone. Au-pairing is not for everyone. Au-pairing is not an easy thing. The parents give you little money, but you exchange it with your emotional health. Not physical health, but emotional health. Sometimes you get issues with the kids. Sometimes the kids don't like you. Sometimes the kids hate you. For me, my host kids were so nice from the get-go. Though we were not into each other that much, but when I was leaving, that's when we were clicking. and that's how I feel. I don't know about them, but that's how I feel, especially the young one. Oh, I miss him so much. But let's talk about the advantages. The advantages of being an au pair is that it comes with the language. The language is really expensive. Like for us who come from Africa, you have to pay hundreds of US dollars, or hundreds of your money, or thousands of what kind of currency that you use. You pay it for you to be able to learn, and then you have to sit for the exam. But when you come here as an au pair with your A1, the parents end up paying for your levels, for the next levels. For me, my host parents paid until I reached B2, A1, A2, B1, B2, like 3 more levels, and I had to do that in the short space of 8 months, or if I'm not mistaken. And then what else? You get free accommodation, you get free square meals per day, and then you also get a holiday with the host parents. You go with them to wherever they are going, they have to pay for it. For me, I went to Denmark with my host parents. We did use the road, they didn't pay for my flight, but it was really nice. We were staying in a really big place, big house, which was really nice, and I really did enjoy being there. If I may say, I really did enjoy being there, and I don't have any regrets of me becoming an au pair, because I did experience Denmark. I went to Rube town, which is close to the border of Denmark, between Germany and Denmark, which was 7 hours away from where we were staying. And what else? I did also get my own holiday. I went to Poland to see my cousins for a week. I went alone, though the host parents didn't pay for my ticket. I paid it on my own. They didn't pay for the ticket because they don't pay for it if you're going on your own. Okay, the most asked question is, how much do you earn as an au pair? As an au pair, you earn 280 euro in Germany, like it's the standard amount. But if the parents want to increase it, they can increase. Some people get 300, some people get 350. It depends with how many kids you're catering for, I think, or maybe how nice you are with your family, or how nice they like you, how much they like you. Oh, sorry, how much they like you. And then that's one or less the thing that influences the amount of money that you end up getting from the family. And then people always ask me, can I survive with this amount? Yes, you can survive. For me, I always get my products, like the only thing that you need to buy are snacks. But for me, my host parents always had snacks in the house, so I ended up not buying snacks that much. Juice was always there at home. The only thing that I would end up buying were clothes. It depends on the store that you like buying from. For me, I always feel like if I'm buying something, it has to have a value, or it has to have some sort of material that can last me for long. If I'm going to have it, the material has to be the type of material that I can use for many years to come. So I do not see myself going into a store that sells cheap quality clothes, and then I'm like, since it's cheap, I have to buy it. It's better for me to get one item more than having 20. And then one item is going to take or last me for a longer time, you understand? So for me, I would go maybe into H&M. My worm is good. It's like a store that is good. A lot of brands, like a retail store, which other brands come and leave their products there, like H&M, Only, all those kinds of brands, Zara, Molly, Holly, yeah, something like that. And that's one of the stores, because I was living in a village. It didn't have much. If I wanted to go to the other town to buy clothes, I had to go with my host parents, so it wasn't like each and every time I would go. So I would prefer going to town alone and then buy myself whatever I feel like I want to buy. If I go into my WEM, I know I would get products which are really nice. Sometimes it's 20 euro, sometimes it's 25. It depends with the season and how much I'm going to use the clothes. And the other thing is, when you're in Aupair, you're always at home. It's not like you're always going to be out and about in the wild or out and about in the city. Sometimes you're always invested in the house. So getting a lot of clothes when you're in Aupair, it's actually really difficult. It's not that easy. It's not something that you see yourself doing. I started having and accumulating more clothes when I left. But when I was in Aupair, I had like this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 type of pieces that I bought from my worm, and I did survive. And in terms of bathing products, those are the ones that you need to buy. The parents don't buy you. There are stores like Rossmann, there's DM, there's Kaufland that is buying shopping shopping country or something. I don't know how to translate it off English. It's really difficult. Kaufland. And some of the products are really cheap. Like you can get a 1 liter bottle of bathing soap for €1, or you can go to DM if you're like that girl like me who's going to start doing those videos soon. Just wait. I always got my things from DM. DM sells like bathing products, like small liters, 500 or 50 milliliters of soap with different kinds of flavors and scents. So amazing. The perfumes €4, and the bathing liquids, they are €1. Lotion €1.90. So almost everything that you need is under €1, and you're going to use maybe €20 or €30 for your bathing products, which is really good. It's not bad. Let's talk about the disadvantages of being an au pair. Being an au pair is hard, guys. I've got friends that are au pairs, and they have scary needs a moment of silence. They have scary stories to tell. Some families are not nice. Some families are really nice. It depends with what kind of family you end up getting. Some host families are really difficult, like really difficult. Sometimes you end up getting stressed. You lose your mind. There are certain things that you are going to pass through if you get here, and you won't enjoy it. It doesn't mean that today I got a nice family, tomorrow you're going to get one, which is also nice. I always tell this to people. You can get different kinds of families here. Sometimes you might come here and then you get a bad family, and then you rematch, and then you get a worse one. You have to, like, some people do rematch 3 or 4 times and then they're like, I'm done with it. But for me, I always feel like it's different. Some people, like my friends, if you want me to do like this series or this video of me explaining how much horror it is being an au pair, please write in the comment section. I'll do a separate video about that, how people are, whatever people are going through as an au pair, because I know each and everyone wants to know like the real truth about being an au pair and how difficult it is to be an au pair, the stress that comes to being an au pair. So this was just an introduction video for you guys to know me and get to know who I am and what is going to be about what is going on this YouTube channel. So this is just me explaining about what happened to me and how I became an au pair and everything else that needs to be known. And then please comment down and subscribe to my channel so that I can also upload more videos and what you expect me to upload, what you want, everything else like that. So ciao, tschüss.